Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. My name is Juliet. Kindly consider subscribing. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always clicking on my videos. I appreciate you all. So in today's video, we are going to be making a simple dress with ruffles on the lower part. Also, for your video requests and your sewing related questions, you can join us on WhatsApp. The link will be in the description box and I will also pin it in the comment section below. So here I am working with 4 yards of fabric. I folded it into many parts. As you can see, I'm using a chiffon fabric and it moves a lot. That is why I am pinning it in place. So to make a dress like this, we need to divide our measurements into two. So from the shoulder to where you want the gathered part to start, and then the gathered part again. So from the shoulder to the gathered part, I'm working with 34 inches, and then the gathered part is going to be 8 inches. So I'm folding my fabric now, and I'm going to cut the down part first. So I'm adding 2 inches to what I'm using, which is 8 inches, and then I am marking that out, as you can see. So if you want it exactly as it is in the picture, the ruffle part starts somewhere around the hip line. So you measure from your shoulder to your hip line, and then from the hip line to the length, the full length of the dress. So I'm going to set this one aside now. I will join it together and then hem both the upper part and the lower part. So for the body of the dress, I'm going to divide the hip measurement, which is the biggest measurement, into 4, and then I'll add extra 5 inches for allowance. So it's free. So hip divided by 4 plus extra 4 inches. Then for the length is the shoulder to 34 inches plus 2 inches. Yours may not be up to that depending on where you want the ruffle part to start. Here I marked the shoulder, half of the shoulder measurement 7.5 inches, and then armhole of 9 inches. I'm marking 3 inches in from the midpoint and then ½ inch down on the armhole line, and I'm connecting in a slant to form the shoulder slope. I marked neck width of 6 inches and neck depth of 4 inches. The neck is going to be really wide. I will recommend you use 4 by 4 if you don't want a wide neck. Next, I'm curving the neckline. And then up here, I'm marking the bust measurement divided by 4 plus ½ inch ease. And then I'm marking another 1 inch, which is going to be our seam allowance. I'm going to connect from that seam allowance point to the hem of the dress, which is the hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 5 inches. Using my ruler now, I'm going to connect all the way to that point. And then I will go ahead and curve my armhole. Then I will cut out. Part, I'm going to come up by 3 inches, and then I will curve to the middle like so. I'm going to be cutting that out, as you will see in a minute. So after cutting that out, we're going to go now place right sides together. That's both the front and the back. We're going to place them right sides together and then go join the shoulders and then the side seam using 1 inch, and then we're also going to hem the lower part. Kindly give this video a like if you are learning something. I'm going to appreciate that a lot. Thank you. So I will join the shoulders, join the sides using 1 inch, and then I will hem the lower part like so. So here is the belt. I'm folding it into 2. You can make it as long as you want it to be, but it should be at least 5 inches wide. And then I'm going to go sew it and then turn it out. I'm cutting this tiny piece that I'm going to use for the belt loop. I'll just fold it like so and then fold again, just like your ready-made bias. I'll fold like that and sew. So here is the dress. I have joined the sides, I have hemmed the lower part. I've also finished the neckline with a bias strip. This is what the dress is looking like so far. And here is the belt. I've turned it out and I've closed the other end, as you can see. So next, to determine where the belt should sit, I measured from my shoulder to the under bust, and then added another 2.5 inches. So it's going to start from the under bust to 2.5 inches down. That is where the belt is going to sit. If yours does not sit properly after you're done, you can adjust it so it sits just where it should. So I'm going to go sew the belt loops down. Here I'm measuring the armhole. We're going to use this measurement now to cut the sleeve piece. I got about 12 inches all in all, so we can add 2 inches to that, making it 14, and then fold our sleeve piece 14 inches wide. And then the length is my full length plus extra 5 inches. That's 25 inches plus 5, making it 24 inches plus 5, making it 39. Here I'm covering the armhole. I came down by 4 inches on the sides and then I curved to the midpoint. I'm going to measure till I get to that 12 inches point, and then I added another 1 inch, and then I'm connecting in a slant all the way down. Now from this point you can connect straight if you don't want it that full, but yeah. So after cutting the sleeves, we are going to go fold the lower part. Fold it such that an elastic casing can pass through. A small elastic, 1/4 inch elastic piece can pass through. I'm going to go fold like that and then sew all the way to this other side, and then we'll do the same thing for the second sleeve. So after hemming the sleeve part, this is what we have. I'm using a 7-inch long elastic. I'm going to pass it through this lower part. I'll pin this end first. I'm going to pin this other end as well. Then I will fold it right sides together and I will go sew using 1 inch allowance. I'll repeat the same thing for the second sleeve. So here is the belt loop attached. Next, I'm folding the upper piece into 2. So we're going to have 2 side seams, and then after folding into 2, I'm going to mark on both the front and the back piece. That way we have 4 points on the upper piece. So for this ruffle piece as well, I'm going to fold it into 2. Then use my chalk to make marks on both ends, and then fold again into two, so that we'll have 4 points on both the ruffle piece and then the main body. I want to make sure that my gathers are distributed evenly. That is why I'm marking this spot. So I'm going to locate one marked point on the lower piece and match it to the upper piece like so. So I'm placing it on top of the upper piece, placing the wrong side of the lower piece on top of the right side of the upper piece. I hope I'm making sense. So I'm going to locate the next marking now and place it on the side seam. I'm placing on top, and then the next notch again on the center back, placing it on top. So I'm placing it like 3/4 inches up from the edge of the upper part, so it's not at the extreme end, it's overlapping. So after marking this, for pinning these 4 points together, I'm going to go pleat on top of it all around like so. After that, this is what we have. This is what the dress is looking like. It's fine, Abby. And here is the sleeve after joining it together. Now we're going to go ahead and join the sleeve to the body of the dress. We're matching the sides, the side seam of the sleeve to the side seam of the dress, and then the midpoint of the sleeve to the midpoint to the shoulder point. So we're going to mark, I'm going to use my pin and hold them together, and then I'll take to the machine and sew all the way around. I'll repeat the same thing for the second sleeve. After that, the dress is ready. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Don't forget to join our WhatsApp group by clicking the link in the description box below. Like this video, share, comment. I'll see you in my next one.